So, well, maybe before we go to your posts and to what Abby wrote in her post, I have a kind of a task for you. I think you can see now on the screen 2 cartoons, and well, that's kind of a challenging task. Трудная задача. Вот. So this cartoon is taken from the New Yorker magazine, journal New Yorker, and they're very it's a famous magazine, and it's also famous for its cartoons. And usually each cartoon has captions. По-русски это типа подписи, да? Наверное, да? Подписи подкорректированы, да? Captions. I deleted the captions from these cartoons, and I would like to ask you, what captions would you add to this cartoon to make it funny? So the cartoon number 1. Maybe you can describe it. Sergey, could you please describe this cartoon? What can you see in the cartoon?
In this cartoon, I see a wife in a bed, and I see a husband. What look at in the too many dresses разбросанных.
Scattered, maybe. Scattered.
Scattered on the room. In the room.
Around.
Scattered.
Around.
Yes.
So in some of this dress is a man. Не man, а мужская. Men's. It's normal situation.
Situation common. Is it common situation in Eletz?
No,
it's
in all world.
Okay. Right. Maybe not so typical, but understandable, right?
No, this dress may be him. Не обязательно.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily it's other man. But I think all подумали, think about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
А там ничего не видно, что обвели.
А я не обвел. Это как это? Баллон, да, Эбби? Баллон?
Yes. Yes. A thought bubble.
A bubble. A bubble, yeah. A thought bubble, да, то есть. Or maybe, а если это, если он говорит, то это speak bubble.
Speech bubble, yes.
Speech bubble. Speech bubble.
Bubble.
So, Sergey, what do you think? If you were supposed to give him, like, put words in his mouth, what would you say? What would he say? Like,
Konstantin, I don't understand you.
yeah. So,
If you,
Эбби, давай.
If you imagine what he might be thinking, what do you think should be in this thought bubble? Imagine is important.
Представьте,
Представьте, я думаю, представить, что он думает.
Да?
Можно и так попробовать. Чтобы это было смешно.
Чтобы это было смешно.
Да,
Это funny.
difficult, like, yeah, but you notice, like, there are some men's clothes, like shoes, right? A shirt, and maybe jeans.
I don't know what I will be imagine. Чтобы это было смешно, не знаю, короче.
To make it funny.
Это не, it's not funny.
Я знаю, что это очень сложно, конечно, надо подумать, ну, maybe just some improvisation, maybe like, maybe, Света, Лена, what do you think, like, or maybe what a woman thinks, the woman. So the unusual thing is that there are men's clothes, right? Maybe.
This question need tell to this who was in this situation.
So the man who came, the husband, does he understand? What do you think? Does he understand what's going on?
No.
There are even glasses. There are glasses. Lena, do you think the man, the husband, he realizes that he's cheated on, right? Realizes, понимает, that he's cheated on, что его cheat изменяет, да, that he's cheated. I think his face is like yes, he understands everything, right?
I have a question.
So, Peter, do you have any idea, like, what would you put in the bubble?
It's very difficult. But I think the husband very angry.
Huh?
And he asked his wife, what is it?
What is it? So what is it? Okay, one idea. What? What is this? Yeah. Is this nobody understands? What is this?
Yes.
What is this? Yeah.
But wife, ну, что-нибудь типа того, it's your dress, and I don't put it after you. Вечером так и получилось сегодня.
It's your clothes.
Yes.
Forgot, yeah. What is this, да? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's your clothes, right? Okay. Uh-huh. Lena, what is your idea? What do you think?
I was wrong, though.
I was wrong?
Ошибаться. Ошибся дверью.
Ah, okay. So I got in the wrong door, да? Эдди, так? I got in the wrong door, perhaps. I got in the wrong door. Yeah, good idea. So, Sergey, what's your idea? What do you think?
Run, honey, run.
Run, honey, run. Great. It's like, yeah, like беги, лол, беги, right? Run, honey, run. Yeah, great. Super. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, let me share with you the original, not original, but the idea of the author. He says, okay, where is he?
yeah. Oh.
Видно?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, where is he?
Как-то слабо.
Видите, у вас даже плюс получилось. Okay, where is he?
Your answer will be very interesting. Our text are best.
Yes. Do you know why, who these clothes belong to? Kostya, do you know who these clothes belong to?
No.
I know who they belong to, and this is why it's funny. Okay, I should have explained this. We didn't talk about this. These are the clothes, and I'm pulling up a picture of a very famous series. Of books. They're picture books. And they're called, I'm looking for a simple picture images. Here we go. Maybe I can just share my desktop. I'm going to take the ball. Okay. Does everyone see my browser? Can you see my web browser?
Yes.
Is nodding. Okay.
I see your browser.
See this man in the picture?
Oh. Correct.
The man? Do you see the picture of the man?
Yes, I see.
Where is Waldo,
It's
right?
Where's Waldo? Yes, Where's Waldo? And these are books which have big pictures like this. This is not a very good picture. Just a moment. That's a very small picture. Let me see if I can find perhaps a larger picture. So they are very large pictures, and you look for Waldo. Make it bigger. Here are some of the images. And when I was little, I looked at these pictures for hours and hours and hours. And they have many, many people, and you have to look for Waldo. And see, do you see my houses? That's Waldo, right there. Do you see him? Right here. Yes? No?
Oh.
Is my cursor visible? Cursor is the mouse. Can you see my mouse?
I don't see your mouse.
Ah, that's why. Look up near the letter. See the letter up in the corner?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then look just to the right of it, above the shoe table. He's at the top corner of the shoe table. There's a table.
Ah, the top corner of the
with
shoe table.
shoes. He is at the top corner. Yelena?
Yeah. Oh.
Yelena and Svetlana, do you see?
No.
You see the letter? The postcard? You see the postcard?
Yes.
Okay. Look to the right. And there is a table with shoes on it.
Okay. Oh,
And he is at
near
the
the
top
table.
corner. Yes, very near the table. And yeah, I can stop sharing now. And children really like these books, and adults also. I think we have some here on the bookshelf. But everyone knows that these clothes belong to Waldo because it's very unique. They're very unusual. He always wears the same thing. A red shirt with stripes, blue pants, a red hat, the glasses, and sometimes you even have to look for some of these things. Some of the pages, you have to look for just the glasses. Or maybe he lost a cane. He had a cane, and you have to find Waldo, and you have to find his glasses and the cane. And so when the author of this cartoon said, okay, where is he? Everyone that knows these books thinks, ah, where's Waldo? So
Great.
that's why it's really funny.
So that means like we can understand this picture only like maybe half of this meaning, right? When if you don't know the cultural reference, because in Russia, where is Waldo is not very popular, or maybe not popular at all. I think we practice it with my children, but it's only because I teach English and I know some. But here, even before Abby mentioned, it didn't come to my mind why. So I had a different perception of this, right? Like you also you didn't think about Waldo, and neither did I. I also didn't think about Waldo, and maybe yeah, and that's why we thought that Sergei's or your comments, they were more interesting, but the thought is that we didn't take into account the idea of this cartoon.
But I thought that the comments that Yelena and Svetlana and Sergei thought up were very funny.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because as Sergei said, it's a universal situation, right? So it's kind of...
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I have another cartoon, but maybe you can think about it at home. I don't know if you understand. Well, I think about the doctors, about the surgery room. So maybe if you think about it at home, I have the captions already, but if you provide your own, that would be interesting too. Okay. So shall we go back to this to the posts on the site, Abby?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I'm going to share them. I'll upload them. Sorry, it'll take me just a second. I always have to dig through everything. Here we
go. While Abby is uploading her page, so I posted on the blog another task for you, like to think about what the Prime Minister David Cameron said when he was asked to comment on the dressing style. I don't know, maybe you have heard this story. Have you heard it? Yeah, this one.
Yeah, the beginning, sorry, is on the last page.
Yeah.
2. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay, Eddie, go.
I can maybe print just that. Maybe you can continue with what I have, and I'll make a better copy too.
All right. Okay. Хорошо. When Mr. Cameron commented on his dressing style, he made a joke. So Mr. Cameron was kind of, well, maybe a little bit criticized, not so much criticized, but a little bit, that his style at the J8 summit, summit восьмерки, was very kind of scruffy, такой небрежный. Yeah? So he had these rolled up sleeves, and the other members of the J8 summit, they were in a more formal style, without ties, but more formal. And the journalists asked Mr. Cameron, so why did you come to the summit, to the meeting in such a such a scruffy style? And he made a joke. And in his joke, he referred to Mr. Putin's appearing topless. Some PR. Well, and I ask you to try to guess what Cameron answered. What do you think? What did Cameron answer? What do you think? Is it okay for like a prime minister to be dressed in such a way, like Cameron was? Now, what do you think? Is this style? Do you like this style when the like world leader in a shorts with rolled up sleeves?
Not a style for official summit review, but it's
reception.
comfortable style. It's a very open style, and I think people расположены к нему. Он как свой получается.
Like a friend.
One, yes, like one from us. And I think Putin to do также.
Also.
And I think Mr. Cameron answered about this remark as I is a library, but not more library as Putin. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, honey, do you want I bring out that star? No, today you will sleep at home. So, Sergey, that's what you like who says what? Like who?
I don't know. It's a anecdote.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Do you want...
А в английском анекдот и шутка это одно и то же, нет?
Нет, у них, Эбби, объясни отличие анекдота от шутки, от anecdote and joke. Yeah.
Let me see. An anecdote. Let me make sure that I get this right. An anecdote is
Нет, я имел в виду не это, то есть там есть анекдот, да, то есть не joke, а именно вот анекдот отдельно тема, да, то есть не шутка, а анекдот.
Вот проблема с этим.
Usually an anecdote is something that happened
Really
in real life.
То есть
Usually,
анекдот, да, это как действительно историческое событие такое.
and it can be funny.
Да, анекдотичного характера, да, но это вот немножко отличается, да. Вот скорее, вот то, что говорят русские анекдоты, да, расскажи анекдот, да, это все-таки joke.
No, and we begin before. It was a history from life, but it's not joke. Maybe joke, maybe not
It
joke.
may be funny, right. It may or may not be funny. Yes.
It's a tradition at the time of Pushkin, Gogol, and after that anecdote, it's joke speech. It's transformation in the year.
Yeah. So, and today maybe in modern English, yeah, like it's like anecdotal, right? It's possible to say
Yes.
anecdotal situation.
Yes.
It's an anecdote.
Something that happened.
Something that really happened. Yeah. I'd like to tell you an anecdote. That would be like не совсем вот не то, что по-русски. Я бы хотел тебе... Расскажи мне анекдот, я расскажу тебе анекдот. По-английски это будет скорее I'd like to tell you a joke. There is a joke, да? А анекдот все-таки больше в английском anecdote относится к исторической реальности, которая может быть и правдивой, и не совсем, да, как бы как легенда. Смешной и не смешной.
Here was the definition that I found. It's an anecdote, a usually short narrative or story of an interesting, amusing, or biographical incident, so something that happened. It could be interesting but not amusing, or it could be amusing and maybe interesting, but something that happened. So, does anyone have an idea what Mr. Cameron said when he was told about?
I think what Putin proposed that Andreas Toflis. They had talks, and Putin agreed to take only a part.
Yes. Svetlana, do you have an idea?
I don't understand last word.
The last word, do you have a guess?
I don't understand last word. What is it?
Guess? It's what do you imagine?
Image, образ.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Imagine, представляете.
What is amazing?
Imagine, потрясающе.
I'm sorry, say it one more time. So this is your, so my question was, what is your guess? And you had a question about guess, correct? The meaning of guess is unclear.
Лена, что ты сказала-то хоть?
Что Елена сказала.
I don't understand what say Елена.
I understand. Елена, could you repeat, please?
Я думаю, что Кэмерон сказал, что Путин предлагал раздеться догола, но мы имели переговоры, и он согласился снять только часть.
Какие у вас заумные мысли.
Они же политики. Они после переговоров всегда только наполовину соглашаются.
That's a good idea. That politicians, they usually find compromise, right? Like half of what was suggested. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very good idea, Elena. I think Elena almost guessed what was really said. Look, I posted in the chat. Sveta, could you read, please? But you didn't know this one in the chat. Can you see it?
In the chat. What?
In the chat, I posted the real joke.
I write?
No, I posted
Just read,
in the chat.
read.
Yeah, read.
Read. But you didn't know what was going on between the tenses.
Scenes.
Wanted the dress code to be bar-chested on a horseback. I just had to huddle him down to smart casual.
Yes. Good.
Я почти угадала.
Да.
This is excellent.
Понятно это, что написано, да? You didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, right?
Вы не знали, что происходило за сценой, да?
Vladimir Putin wanted the dress code to be bare-chested on horseback. Bare-chested is like topless, right? So, I just had to haggle him down to smart casual. Haggle down, да, это Эбби, как уговорить, да?
Yeah, it's like what you would do at a market.
Да,
The
то есть...
negotiation, haggle.
Да, haggle, то есть это сторговаться, да, ну я сторговался с ним, да. Smart casual, да, то есть вот этот такой... Как вот smart casual еще сложнее, да? Как-то официально небрежный такой, да, что-то такое. Alright.
Yeah.
So, камера, наверное, was... Как?
Probably.
Probably was without all dress. If Putin, topless.
If Putin wanted to be bare-chested.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Okay, Abby. Well, let's go finally to the blog
Yes.
and to exchange of posts.
So let's go. Shall I just... Is it easier if I share the web browser or if I show the PDF?
Maybe PDF is better.
Okay, then I have that up. We can look at the first. Should we look at my post or Svetlana and Lena's post?
maybe first to your post, and
Okay.
yeah, then
Sure.
Svetlana and Yelena's, yeah.
So, as we've already seen with Waldo, and with the Cameron incident, the Cameron Putin incident, lots of humor is very specific to culture, or it makes cultural references that are really important. And I wanted to know if you understood my explanation of this image of a bear. Was it clear? Was the explanation clear? Sergey, did you understand my explanation?
No, I don't understand.
Okay. Yelena, did you
No.
understand?
No, understand.
Okay. And Svetlana, did you understand my explanation?
Your post?
Yes, the image of the bear.
No, I think I understand, but I don't know what you mean.
Okay. What
I think it's analogy monkey with gun, but nobody knows what the bear may be doing with the gun.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's a very political picture.
Yes.
Because the bear, brown bear,
Mhm.
it's association with Russia. And this picture may be рассмотрена, растрактована. Maybe
Appear?
mean,
Or mean?
maybe
Yes.
mean as a Russia and gun is a very bad mix.
Ah. Okay. That you understood a lot from the image. And you're right. Bears are not associated necessarily with America. But did you see how I said the right to bear arms? Do you see where I posted that? The right to bear arms. You see that phrase? That's a very important phrase. To bear arms. This is, as Svetlana said, political language. It's very specific. And these words are written in the United States of America's Constitution, in the amendments, in the second amendment of the Constitution. And here the verb bear means to carry or possess, to own. So it's language specific to politics and also to military bearing arms or carrying. And so arms here does not mean my arm, it means guns. So the right to possess guns. And I don't know how famous this is in Russia, but America has, I don't know how long, there is a very big debate, conflict, or a big question in America, because you have one group of people that say, this is an important right, we should have this right, this should not change. And there's another group of people who says, no, Americans should not have guns. This is a bad thing, bad things happen. People go to schools and shoot every time there is a shooting at a school, this becomes a very big question. And last year, Sandy, oh, what's the name? Sandy, there was a shooting at a school in Connecticut. I believe it was in Connecticut. There was a shooting somewhere on the East Coast of the United States at a school, and there were a number of children and adults injured, quite a large number. And so this question became, yet again, a very big question that was debated. And so someone on the internet, before the school shooting, this has been an image that has been posted to many websites for quite some time now. And this image switches the two words. So it seems very funny. People cannot imagine giving guns to bears, like Svetlana was saying. It's almost like a monkey with a gun. You don't give guns to an animal, but it's using the exact same words, but switched. So it's playing off of the multiple meanings of bear, which can mean to carry, or the animal. And it's also using the multiple meanings of arm, or arms. Arms are only guns, but to arm, to give weapons. So it changes the meaning of the two words. And everyone knows that it is referencing this political phrase. And so it seems really funny. But because the image is so unusual. And so the people that have made this image, or various ones, there are cartoon versions, there are t-shirts that have this on them, and the people that use this image think that guns should not be a right that Americans have to possess guns. So it's, in some ways, it's pushing for social change. They want to promote the fact that they think guns should not be possessed by Americans. Does that make more sense, Yelena and Sergey? I spoke for a very long time. Too long.
Okay. Does make sense. Too much.
Can we say that some people can be are compared with bears, like animals? Like people can be so maybe not conscientious like animals.
I think that there may be a little bit of that comparison. Yeah, I think maybe. I hadn't thought of that first. It's a surprising image. And so it's the effect of the image comes from the shock. Like, oh, there is a shock factor. There's a shock factor. And so I think it's mainly the surprise of having the play on words, so switching the two words and changing their meaning, and then having an image to go with it. But I think that you're right, Kostya, that if you think about the image longer, there is this comparison between unthinking animals and Americans who possess guns. Or monkeys, as Svetlana proposed.
Is it exaggeration for the photo frighten people? Yes? Not
Is it an exaggeration to have the photo write what? What about people?
To frighten, пугать, напугать to people. What?
Right.
Frighten, right? Frighten people and to show what may be if a gun will be in a free touch.
Yes, I think that is correct. I think that is not an exaggeration. I don't think that. I think it is meant somewhat to frighten people also. Or at least to startle them. Startle is a little less strong. To make them think. To make them reflect. Yeah. So, Sergey and Yelena, do you understand the image now? Or is it still unclear?
No.
No.
I will understand you, Krishna.
Your explanation? I didn't hear the Russian word. What Russian word?
Why in this picture would be with Kalashnikov?
Okay. So there's the word bear. So there are two phrases. The right to bear arm.
What?
It doesn't matter what gun. It doesn't matter what bear. It could be any gun. It could be a Colt.
I think Sergey means that maybe Kalashnikov is a very recognizable.
Yes.
Why not M16?
Maybe they couldn't find a picture with an M16. maybe they stole this. Maybe it's a Russian picture.
Maybe.
I don't know if it's a real image or if it's photoshopped.
Maybe, actually, it's a very interesting question of Sergey's. Like,
this is an interesting question.
Yeah, look, well, the artist probably thought about a gun, right?
Yes.
Oh,
he was trying to think about a scary gun.
A scary gun, yeah. Yeah, scary gun. And Kalashnikov maybe is associated with
Russia, especially with beer.
Yes, and Russia has always been kind of an enemy, right? Somebody a country that was scared of, right? Maybe.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, yes, there's definitely been some tension between Russia and the U.S. Probably always.
Yeah.
Especially since the Cold War. I mean, I know that it has changed some, but yeah.
Yeah, to exaggerate these kind of the warning or maybe the fear, right, of guns in defense of unthinking people, right?
Yes. Yes.
I think that the image of a bear, right, like some unpredictable animal, which is also associated with Russia, right?
Yes.
And the Kalashnikov.
That is very interesting. I didn't notice that, but I had found one other good picture. If I could share it, let me. I'll share the. Okay. You will find this very interesting, I think. Okay. Do you see the bear in this picture? Notice it's a panda bear and some sort of a Chinese-looking gun. Oh, oops, sorry. Do you see the panda bear?
Yeah.
So it looks like China.
Yeah.
I didn't notice this. Now, so this image of a panda.
Okay, yeah, bear is a plain word with a bear, like носить и медведь, да? Yeah.
But it's still a very American, and it's so strange.
And the bear can be associated with Russia, and if it's Russia, of course, it's Kalashnikov, right? So, yeah, and here we have a different version of a bear with a, yeah.
Although here, this may make Sergey happy. Look, there's a black bear with an M16 or some similar.
Yeah, M16, right.
But the images that had the subtitle, the images that had the subtitle were either the panda bear or the brown bear. Don't know, Sergey.
So
I don't have a good answer.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So, Svetlana and Lena, you posted your comments. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit on your pictures and your comments. Sveta?
So, the picture about men's chauvinism. I think all men, мужчины,
Men.
All
Yes.
men don't want to see women as a role. It's a very difficult problem for Russia. What is how is it in America?
With men?
Women driver.
Yes.
It's usual or unusual?
Oh, it's very usual. It's very typical. Men love to joke about women drivers. Go ahead.
And now we have many female who driving a car.
Yeah.
Also in our hometown, we can look at this picture on the always road.
Always what?
All road.
Oh, on all, yes, on all the roads, yes.
Yes. But men continue to joke about it.
In America, it also happens. Yeah. If someone is driving badly on the road, and a man is driving, so maybe I'm in the car with my husband Kyle, and we see the car ahead of us, and they're driving very badly. If it's a man, he won't say anything. Like, he's just being a jerk, maybe. But if we pass the car and it's a woman, he'll say, "Oh, it was a female. It was a woman driving. That's why she drove so badly."
Yep.
Yeah. And you like irony best, Svetlana. Is that correct?
Yes, I like irony. It's very professional humor. Very intellectual humor. It's,
Yes.
It's interesting.
Yes.
It's not only ha ha ha. It's think for them ha ha ha.
You have to think first, and then you understand why it's funny. Yeah. Let's
My
see.
husband is very like comedy show. In the evening on the divan, on the bed, sitting on the TV and following the program and not think after working. It's very relaxing.
Yes. And your children are young, or I forget what age your children are.
My children is teenage.
Okay. And go ahead. I'm sorry. What type of humor do they like?
They like American humor. When people
Fall down?
Fall down, anybody, stupid humor.
Yeah, slapstick humor. Slapstick, I wrote in the chat. Slapstick humor. When people fall down, or when people can't do something properly, maybe they fail to do something. Sergey and Yelena, what type of humor do you like best?
I like плоский юмор.
What type? Stupid humor? What kind of, oh, slapstick, you like slapstick also? And Yelena, what about you?
I like puns.
Puns?
Play on words.
Yes, yes. I think my favorite types of humor are satire or irony and puns and plays on words. Yeah.
But play on word is very difficult to translate.
Yes, they are very difficult to translate. In fact, it's almost impossible. Almost impossible. It depends on the language, but usually two different languages will not have the same sounding words that match. They have different they have different words that match for puns. It is very difficult. Let's look at Svetlana's post quickly. I should say, I was glad to see the quote from Mark Twain in Svetlana's post. Mark Twain was born and raised in the state where I live, in the state of Missouri. And so I like Mark Twain a lot.
I like Mark Twain too.
Sergey and Yelena, do you like Mark Twain?
Yes, I very like Mark Twain.
And Sergey?
А мне все равно.
You don't care.
I
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Yeah. So Yelena, let's see. I'm curious, where did you find these puns? Would you mind reading some of the puns? Maybe one or two? Yelena, the puns.
What is question?
Would you mind reading one or two of your puns? It means, would you please read one or two of your puns? Would you mind?
Не умеет она думать и считать. Чего вы от нее хотите?
Yes.
Просто почитай, Лена, почитайте, пожалуйста.
It's a polite way of saying it.
Why did the man throw a bucket of water on the windows? He wanted to see the waterfall.
And where did you find the puns? Sergey, go ahead.
When you read this, where you read this? Где ты читаешь? Я не вижу.
Желтую стрелочку видишь?
Нет. Вот вижу, все, вижу.
Okay, good. Where did you find the puns, Yelena?
Water, fall, бросать, waterfall, водопад. Бросаем в окно, получается вода, бросать, а вместе водопад.
Yeah. And where did you find the pun? How did you find these? Did you find them on a website?
I нашла.
Found.
I found this text in site internet. English humor.
Yes, that's excellent. It can be very hard to understand humor in a foreign language. It can be very hard to understand humor in a foreign language. I'm impressed that you found some puns that you understood. I'm impressed that you found some puns that you understood.
Puns.
Puns.
Я поняла.
Да, каламбуры.
It's a good exercise. It's a very good exercise. And you also guessed the answer. I enjoyed Svetlana's guess to my question. What do people what two things? I guess it was what two things do people never eat before breakfast? What two things do people never eat before breakfast? Sergey. Before Yelena says anything, Sergey, do you know the answer? What two things do people never eat before breakfast?
I don't know why people not eat breakfast.
Two things.
Обед и завтрак. Обед и ужин. Перед завтраком не едят.
Yes, lunch and dinner. It's a riddle. It's a riddle.
It's not funny.
It's not supposed to be funny. Riddles, well, it's more how to explain a riddle? Does someone want to explain a riddle? It's not exactly humor or humorous. It's not exactly humor. Riddle is more of a question that makes you think.
Very like the riddle when I was little in the first, the second class of school.
Yeah. But Sergey is right. They're not exactly funny. Some of them can be funny. Some are funny. But some are not. Some are just interesting.
Maybe need a riddle. Listen. To ring, to end, and in the middle nail.
Oh, can you type it, Sergey? I need to look at it.
Sure. To ring.
It's good practice.
Сейчас.
That's fine. It's good practice to type in the chat. To ring, to end, and the middle nail. And in the middle nail. To ring, to end, and the middle nail.
Два кольца, два конца.
Ends. Three.
It's a child riddle.
To ring.
Yes.
To rings.
To
To end. And the middle nail.
Is it marriage?
No. Just. In my любимый, lovely,
Favorite?
in my favorite player, media player, to activate this program, need отгадать riddle.
Oh, you have to solve a riddle.
Solve the riddle.
To ring, to end, in the middle, and nail.
And all riddles in this player, it's где-то, как сказать, все детские загадки в этом плеере, то есть там зимой и летом одним цветом и так далее. То есть, вот наша загадка.
Смотрите, Эбби, зимой и летом одним цветом.
Да.
Wait, what?
Our riddle is interesting.
Yes, yes. The riddle I gave was simple because I didn't know how hard of a riddle to give. I picked a simple
Вот.
riddle.
Scissors.
Oh! Yes. Two rings, two rings. Oh, man. I like riddles. They're like mental puzzles. Mental puzzles. They're good exercise for your brain. Well, Kostya, is there anything else you wanted to discuss today?
I think we can call it today. I think it was a very interesting discussion again, and
Yeah.
I'm impressed by how our students reacted to the jokes and made their
Yeah.
own jokes.
Yes.
It was really, really funny, and also they yeah, we had this shift from the jokes to riddles, and so maybe for the next time, yeah, we will continue to talk about humorous situations, and we were thinking about suggesting you a kind of a role play. We will give you some strange, maybe shocking, maybe absurd situations, and we would like you to think of a conversation, how you would try to solve the problem, maybe, or deal with this situation with a sense of humor. So you understand, and we will put these situations on the blog so that you could think maybe about them in advance, and then ahead of time, and in the classroom we will have this role play. And also I'm going to post a link to an exercise where you will need to match cartoons and captions, American cartoons and captions in English. So it's going to be a kind of interactive exercise, so you will get an answer immediately. Well, and I also thought about maybe if you could post maybe links to, or you could describe some situations from the Russian comedy shows, or maybe Russian famous comedy films, and try to, and you will present it to Abby, and we will see if you could, you will see if Abby will find it funny, and you will need to explain to Abby why it's funny, why Russians find it very humorous. Okay, понимаете?
Kind of like I did today with the picture of the bear.
Сегодня, да, про вот этого медведя с Калашниковым. Если вы найдете какой-то любой материал, наверное, это может быть тоже карикатура или фрагмент фильма какого-то известного, может быть, комедийного шоу или фильма российского. И можете дать на него ссылочку, да, на YouTube. И посмотрим, Эбби прокомментирует, смешно ей будет или нет. А вы в классе свой комментарий дадите, да, почему вы думаете, что русские находят это смешным?
Окей.
Thanks for your participation today, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye all.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
So